Alright, so welcome back to another BTD Battles 2 video, and today we're showcasing the most broken strategy in the game. This strategy is so broken right now. It's so hilariously OP, alright? So we're gonna do this. You have to play it correctly, though. You have to play it correctly, but once you master it, it's so good, and it's actually not that hard of stuff. I've just been practicing, been talking with some pro players, I've been checking out some videos, and it's just so good here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with two druids. We'll put one there and one right here. There we go. And we're gonna upgrade these to the bottom path, alright? The bottom path can give us extra attack speed here, and this is druid sub ice, alright? And it synergizes so well. It's so good. It's so ridiculously good here, right? So we have Heart of Vengeance, and it gains attack speed if you lose lives. So that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna go for you, go for you. Just gonna chill. And we're gonna keep full sending eco here. We want to send as many reds as possible here, so we'll go for you. They got Oben Dartling, very nice. You don't see a lot of Dartling these days, all right? The meta is very diverse right now, to be honest. Even though the strategy is really OP, there's a lot of people branching off from it, but it's so good. It's so good, all right? The top players in this game use this. I'm not gonna say, like, I don't know. I'm not gonna talk too far out of my lane because I don't really know, like, if there is a better strat necessarily, but it's just so ridiculously good, and it's very passive too. You want to play very passively. You're basically trying to greed as much as you can without leaking, right? So we got that right there. We're gonna go for Oben. Probably like rare. I'm still learning the placements. I don't know if these are the best placements right there. We just leak down to 63 lives. You want to leak down to the 70 life marks. We actually did this perfectly. We're going to start ecoing blues now, and then we want to watch out for these. I'm actually going to boost this, actually. No, we don't have to do that. Actually, you know what we need to do right there? Okay, I made a mistake. I'm not going to restart the video, but you set this druid on last, and it defends everything. All right, so I made a mistake by boosting you right there, but we're okay, because this strategy is so OP. We don't even need that tower boost. We don't need it at all. But what we're going to do here is we're going to go for a nice Druid of Wrath right here. So I'm going to wait a second. There we go. And the Druid Wrath should handle right here. We'll go for Thorn Swarm if we need to. We're going to go for middle path in this one, and then this one down here, we'll go top path lightning. So we're just going to eco as hard as we can right now. We're actually going to go for greens, and we're going to full send greens. And we're actually going to just try and get our eco up as high as we can. You know, we're going to go for a crazy amount of eco. Like, we're talking like 800, 900 eco if we can. We want to make sure we're good enough mid-game and stuff, right? If they all hit us with purples or rainbows, we want to be ready. But that's where the Ice Tower comes in. Ice Tower and sub synergizes so well. And the strategy, it just doesn't really have any weaknesses. There's no weaknesses. It defends all rounds, every map. Basal comms is a little weird, and also mine and docks a little weird because, you know, there's better late game strats necessarily, but it's so good on medium maps, all right? You look at like Castle Rise or Dino Graveyard, it is just stellar. It's so ridiculously good here. So what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna keep sending greens right here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna try and build up this up. We should be okay here. Especially this druid set on last year. We might go for Thorn Swarm right here just to be safe. So we'll have that right there. They're shredding, beautiful. And this is a strategy that does rely on a lot of tier 5s and stuff. Sub, you don't really need the tier 5s as much. You just need tier 4s. But you really do want the tier 5s, especially to go late game, all right? But you don't have to go late game. You know, you can outlast most of these games do not go late game. But if they do and stuff, you do want to be relying on tier 5s and stuff. And you can just farm so hard. And you get so much money with this strategy. That's the biggest thing about it and stuff. It doesn't look like a big money strategy, but it allows you, because the towers are so strong, you can focus more on like getting up farms than defense here. So let's go for lightning. Yeah, let's watch it. We're not gonna lose. A little sketch here. We're gonna go for lightning. There we go. Lightning should handle. We're chilling. That's a little sketch, all right? Glade is a little sketch, and normally on a map like Dino Graveyard, you can greed a lot more than this. So that's a little sketch right there. We're chilling. So now we're gonna do is we're gonna try and send yellows here, and we're gonna try and mix them in with black balloons, because black balloons are more cost efficient. So we're not gonna full send yellows here. We're gonna send black balloons, as many yellow balloons as we can, while full queuing black balloons as well. So it's kind of finicky and stuff, but it's a way we can save money while still being up our eco. We still want to keep pushing our eco here. We want to make sure we have enough money for mid game here, and the way we're gonna do that is we're just gonna watch our money here and make sure we have like a few $1,000s for mid game and stuff. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird to eyeball it and stuff. Basically, you don't want to just full send yellows all the way into round 11. You want to send like yellows until like round 8 or 9, and then you want to just start space equaling. So we're gonna go with this, and we're actually gonna start sending pink balloons here. So we'll do pink balloons. I think pink balloons are the most cost efficient here. I'm not really sure. Anyway, so we're gonna chill this, and what we're gonna do here is we could go for ballistic missile here, but we're not gonna go for ballistic missile actually, because I was watching the third player in the world, Ninja. Ooh, we sent too many stuff right there. We want to send these blue balloons, and then we want to work our way into lead balloons right now. We want to continue ecoing. We just want to eco with like small balloons, right? Ones that won't drain our money that much. So we're gonna start sending leads here. Leads are super cost efficient apparently. So what we're gonna do is it's four eco for $60, which is a deal. So we're gonna send as many lead balloons as we can while they still last. We're gonna go for Heart of Oak right here just to help out a little bit here. Hopefully we're okay, and then we're also going to go for a nice ice tower right here. We're going to go for you, boom boom, and that should handle right there. We should be good. Round 12 we'll lose the leads, and so we'll go into blue balloons in a second here. We're just going to try and play this very passively. We could try and rush them here. They're going to try and rush us here. We should be good here with the lightning and everything. They're going to balloon this it. We good? Nah, we're not. I think we lose. Nah, we're okay. That was a little too greedy right there. All right, that's too greedy. We need camo, so let's do that. I'm a little flustered. Dang, I should have warmed up before making this. But there we go. We baited the camo rush, which is great. We're very absurdly low in lives. This is ridiculous. We should not be this low. So we greeted a little too much right here. Now, if they send us anything, all we have to do is go for icicles. So your job is to eco as much as you can while being able to afford icicles when you need to. And honestly, I'm going to go for icicles at this point. This guy's being very aggressive. Let's just play it safe here. We can also clear some obstacles here, but honestly, let's just try and greed it out a little bit. So now we want to start working our way towards the farms. So we're going to place the farms. I don't really know where we place them. You want to place them around open in theory, but also right up in the front is good. And if you have your farms up here, it's nice because the druids actually attack. And so if you have Moabs coming out on this path, the druids actually hit the path right there, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to start working our way towards the middle path. We'll go for that. And honestly, I don't think we need to go for icicles there. We could actually gone for vine instead, because what's great about the vine is they deal damage and they trap a ceramic and they pop it down to nothing. They're super powerful here. And so we're pretty good against Bloons at this point. We actually don't need a reactor. This one we might have to boost. There's a lot of stuff right here. But listen, with the vines and stuff, we're actually stupendous. Look at this. It's shredding. We did not need to boost that even. You know, we have a really nice strat, and that's why Ice synergizes so well here. So we're going to keep shredding this. We're going to go for Jungle's Bounty, and Jungle's Bounty is even better. It has 2 vines now, and so it's going to deal even more damage. But our job here is to greed with as many farms as we want to greed with druid farms while ecoing at the same time here. And it's very difficult, especially if you're in mobile. I don't know how you do this even, but we're holding on the hotkey. We're still going to continue ecoing here. And we're just going to keep getting these druid farms here. Now, the next round is very sketch. Round 17, if they send us a bunch of mobs, it can be very dangerous. And so we need to pop open the mobs. The ceramics will be fine against. We have vines, we have icicles. We'll be a-okay against the vines. We're not okay against the mob layers necessarily. So for the mob layers, we're going to go for a nice sub right here. And we're actually going to clear both of these. We're going to clear both of these because it's very cheap at this point. And then we're going to go for one more farm here. Or we're going to make our way towards that. And we're going to see if they rush us really quick. We're still going to continue ecoing though, because we want to eco here. But if they rush us, we're going to go for this. And we should be good if there's just one. There's multiple though. We might have to boost this. I'm going to boost it. There's 3. If there was 2, I think we would have gone away with it. But we're going to do that right there. And it starts shredding. Starts absolutely shredding. And look at that. Look how good this is right here. And if they continue sending, we'll just get up a little bit more here. But listen, we're pretty much defending without boost here. Let's stop ecoing for a second. Let's go for another triple guns right here. There we go. Still defending. They're wasting their money. We are at a boost here. It's starting to get a little bit far here. Now we're fine. All right, you see how well this shreds though. There we go. That's a good showcase on how OP this is. It's so super strong, but you have to play correctly there. You have to know to go for airburst darts right there. Airburst darts are really nice. You also go for ballistic missiles. The problem with ballistic missile is you need the bottom path to buff it, and then it doesn't have very good range. And so on certain maps, such as what's a good map? Castle Rise or something, you can use ballistic missile really well. It goes right along the path. If they send multiple, it's a problem. If they send one, it's not a problem. We're fine. Now, let's say they send multiple fortified, all right? If they send multiple fortified, I think we don't have a boost, actually. I wish we did have a boost. We also go for Druid of the Storm if we are struggling with the ranks, but I think we just go for another airburst darts. But so now we're farming. We have a stupendous eco. They have like no eco right now. They're struggling. So we can actually probably take them down right now, but just to be safe here, we're gonna go for you. We're gonna keep pushing. This game, you can just take it late game. We have such a big money lead here that we win no matter what. So we don't want to do rushes that won't work here. Now, would Moabs work? I think they would work, honestly. Or like one Moab would totally work right here. Let's just send one Moab actually. One Moab's good because you want to send rushes that if they don't work, it forces enough defense so where they will work. You don't want to send rushes that force less defense than you spent, you know, in a sense. There's that. We actually didn't send them up because of the lag right there. So we'll go for another one right here. We have so much money though. Look at our money right here. And then what's great about the druid is every single druid sells for $3,000 here. This guy might have just disconnected by any means, or maybe rage quit or something. They're going there. There's the Moab. And we do take him down right. No, that's another Moab. Okay, well, they're going to lose to the natural Moab right there. But these druids, they sell for 3,000 each. So we sell all the druids and stuff. And let's say you have 10 druids on the screen. Suddenly you have an extra 30K in the bank. It's absolutely nasty. That's why this strategy is the best strategy in the game right now. It's so ridiculously good right there. Like, we didn't even play that one really well, but we absolutely shredded. We don't want to get that low, though. We got way too low that time. But let's pop into another game here. All right, and here we are in the second game. We're on Garden here. And really quick, I do want to go through that this strategy does not work on every map, all right? There's some maps like Ports, Inflection, which are exclusive to ZOMG and Hall of Masters. And then there's like Basal, where like it does struggle a little bit. You don't necessarily want to go with strategy in every single map. But on most maps it does work, all right? Especially medium maps. Medium maps are good. So we're just gonna go here. They got Ace, nice. Okay, so we're gonna go for this, and there are specific placements for each map. I'm not really sure of all of them, but these are the placements for this map, I believe. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna keep sending the reds here. It's a very formulaic strategy, which is very, very nice, you know? And I love strategies like this where you don't really have to adapt that much. You can really just play, you can kind of play it similar each time and stuff, which it's just easier, you know? It's like less skill in a way. I don't know. Anyway, we're going for a nice Heart of Vengeance right here because Heart of Vengeance we want to get up. And now we want to leak down to about 66 lives here if we can, or lower here. Hopefully. Or no, 56 lives. We'll see how low we can get here. We want to try and get 100% more attack speed on both of these druids here, but we'll just try our best here. You want to be very careful in maps like these because you can leak down out of nowhere and stuff. You know, the natural ones are kind of like out of reach right here. And so like, especially something like whites, you can really, you have to be very, very careful with it. So down here we have our Thorn Swap. This is gonna be, you want to get 2 druids, all right? 1 to Avatar of Wrath and 1 to Super Strong here. So we're gonna start saying this. Actually, I want to go for Oben. What am I doing? Let's go for Oben, like, boom, there you go. And one of these is gonna be Super Storm, one of these is Avatar Wrath. So this right here is Super Storm, all right? You get top path, and that defends DDTs for your late game defense. And this one down here is gonna be Avatar of Wrath. So Avatar of Wrath is gonna be better with the middle path. It's gonna deal more damage. So we go middle path on this one. So we'll go for Thorn Swarm and then Heart of Oak if we need it. And then this one we go for top path. Top path is lightning, and that'll just we'll make our way to Superstorm. And both these druids are buffed really, really nicely here. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for, let's go for lightning actually. Lightning might be a little bit safer here. So we got that. Pretty good life count right there. 57. We wanted 56. So that's pretty gosh darn close. I'm gonna call it right there. That's pretty good here. So we're gonna go for a nice lightning in a second here. We're waiting for one more eco boost here, so don't delay your eco too much here. Another thing you can do actually before I did that, you know, I could have leaked down an extra life. But what you can do is you can set your druids on last, and first and close and whatnot to try and leak down more lives and stuff if you're not leaking down, you know. On certain maps last works really well, and also if your druid's really close to the track, like if we had a druid right here, you can set it on last and it deals really good damage. You want to set, like, you know, set things on last every now and then. We got Sentai Churchill down here. A lot of people do the Sentai Churchill thing where you like have long straight lines, you know, like a spike bolt, which is really interesting. I'm not quite sure because like you normally heroes you want to place them right in the middle in a way, or like in certain locations. The reason you open right here, by the way, is because we want them in the center, so he buffs the most druids possible, and he buffs these 2 druids specifically. These 2 druids are going to carry our defense because they're the ones that have the Heart of Vengeance buff. Every other druid is not going to have the Heart of Vengeance buff. All right, so. Or they're not going to be buffed by the life losses, right? Some of them will have Heart of Vengeance. But what we're doing is we're going to eco with greens here. And normally with greens, I remember back in the day with the Dartling meta, no one would go greens. I'm going to go like eco with whites and stuff. Greens actually work really well for this strat because you have so much money here. You can just full send greens on certain maps. Sometimes on certain maps, you have to commit a little bit more to defense and stuff, and so you can't full send greens. Basal columns is just a huge... Nothing in this video really applies on basal columns. Basal columns, I don't think I'd even go this strat, honestly. I'd probably go something different. I'm not really sure what to go on basalt yet, but look at that Ace. The Ace is crazy. Ace is actually crazy, but its bomb race is really good. It does defend mid game really, really well. We're starting to struggle a little bit here. We can go for Druid of Wrath. We're actually just holding on here. So we're gonna keep make sure this one's still on first. We're gonna go for you, and we're gonna start ecoing with yells here. We're gonna eco as many yells as possible here. We're gonna get much higher eco than last time. Well, actually, last time we had a pretty good eco. That Spike Factory. This guy's going a very exotic strategy here. All right. I might go for Druid of Wrath though if we're starting to struggle here. We're a little bit. Can we leak down 1 life, though, to get that extra little percent here? That might be cool. Let's try and leak down 1 life. 1 life, come on. The lightning's too good, though. There we go. We got it. Beautiful. All right, so now let's go for Druid of Wrath here. Let's go for green balloon. We're going for pink balloons, actually. Pink balloons, we eco with pink balloons. We're going to go for you right here really quick. And this thing will start attacking a lot faster here because Druid of Wrath, I think it just makes it so it attacks faster the more balloons are on the screen. If there's balloons on the screen, you know, it just attacks faster. So it's chilling. Lightning's doing its best here. We can get low. We just don't want to lose. We got to be very, very gentle right now. I think we stopped ecoing a little bit sooner. We could have pushed our eco a little higher. So I'm going to try and eco a little bit. Just push our eco gently a little bit more because we have a lot of money right now to work with, which is a little bit dangerous. You want to be very, very careful. All right. Especially on maps where mid game's very sketch. But let's show it that. We're going to go for black balloons right now because spaced pinks are gone. And then we're going to start ecoing with leads in a second here. And then for mid game here, we're going to want an ice tower. We can go for ice tower in the middle, actually. Let's do you. And then let's eco with lead balloons right here. So we have that. Ice tower's there. And then we're also going to go for a sub. So we'll go for a sub right there. And we're going to not upgrade these. This is a very, very difficult thing. I don't know if it's the best thing to do. But basically, we're trying to bait a rush from our opponent. All right? If our opponent doesn't rush us, they keep that money. But if they rush us, they don't. They're ecoing right now. Are you kidding? Wow. Okay, they're ecoing. So now that they're full sending eco right here. I don't trust it almost. It's you have to watch out. You want to try and greed as much as possible without losing, right? And so right now we're very, very, very vulnerable to purples and rainbows. So normally I would get up an ice tower. We get up an ice tower up to cryo cannon or something. But because they're just full sending eco here, we're actually gonna just take this, just chill, and we'll go for you. We'll just do this. And we're gonna start farming as soon as we can here while full sending eco here with space blues and stuff. You know, blues are more cost efficient than yellows, so you get less eco, but you save more money in the long run, and you can just farm more. So now we're gonna start spamming the 2 hockey. We're gonna eco with greens now because that's the next smallest balloon. And we're gonna make our way towards Jungle's Bounty again. There we go. And we're just start spamming the 2 button just so when the Druid's Bounty farms come back, we get $1,000 instantly, just like that. They're a little sketchier. There's not much we can do against them, believe it or not. If we boost something, if we boosted all out region rainbows, we'd have to break through the Spike Factory. With this strategy, it's better to play it safe because we guaranteed win if we make it late and stuff. Like this strategy is already a guaranteed win, honestly. If you can make it past like round make it to like round 17. You just gotta watch out for region rainbows and purples because it's very very sketch. And granted, you can play it safe. You can get up a lot of defense. Get up a ballistic missile. 032 sub is really good. 024 ice is really good. The thing is, you can greed. Instead of getting those up, why don't we get up more druids and get more farms? Because if we went for those two things, we'd be safe, but also we wouldn't have these farms right here. And these farms are gonna give us a ton of money here. So now we got ceramics and stuff. If they rush with ceramics, at this point we have so many things. Immediately once you get one farm, you're actually kind of fine in a way, because they start summoning vines here, and the vines really mess up rushes. All right, and so if they sent group ceramics right now, we would absolutely shred through them. All right, we have all these vines right here. They would just clean through it so easily and stuff. You do want to get up an ice for support sometimes. You also get up a Druid of the Storm here. You can get a middle path in this one to get rid of regrows. A lot of options here. But the crazy thing is, you don't need the reactor. You know, reactor used to be like, oh, you have to get a reactor every single time. And a lot of people still do it because it's a very good mid game and stuff. But with this strategy, you can greed a lot without the reactor. That's the magic of it, you know? So now I got this. We got these Druids in front. And what's great out of Druid placements right here, I don't really know where to place the Druid farms. But what's great is that if this guy did send us a Moab here, we deal so much damage to them right off the bat. We wouldn't have to get up extra defense. Whereas if we put them in the corner, they wouldn't do as much. So it's nice. It's nice. We have them right here. And they also clean through the ceramics resulting from mobs. So actually, instead of saving up money in case they rush us the mobs here, because they're full sending and I feel good about everything, we're just gonna go ham. We're just gonna go ham on these druids here. We're at the point where it looks like, you know, we're both taking this late game here. And granted, their late game strat, if we both had infinite money, I think they would win maybe. Now druids are really good. It's difficult. They've been ecoing a ton here. They've been ecoing more than us, I think, because they've been full sending and stuff. And so their eco is probably like at least 2,000 something. It's crazy. They have a really high eco here. The thing is, because of our druid farms here, we're gonna be able to sell all of these, right? So 3,000, we're gonna get a ton of money for each one. We're gonna have more money this game than them, all right? If you're on Docks or Mine, it is a little bit different, or Plutonia maybe. But this map is so ridiculously this map is like very medium, right? I don't know what I was about to say, like, so ridiculously. But basically, we're gonna get so much money here because of the druid stuff. We're gonna actually start out farming them, even though they have a higher eco and stuff. With this game, with Battles 2, you really do need an alternative for an eco, especially if you're in Hall Masters ZMG. You can't really get away with a strat where you just have, you know, 4 towers and stuff. You really need farms, engineer, druid, heli, something to get a little bit more money and stuff, you know, and not rubber to gold, because rubber to gold's not that good right now. But it's really interesting how that works and stuff. You know, even village eco doesn't seem to be that strong and stuff. You really, unless you're on a really long map, you really do need the extra money from druids or something here. So we're gonna continue going off along with the druids here. I don't leave that spot. I don't know what spots to leave open and stuff, but I like having them in the front. Doesn't really matter though. At this point, we're chilling. Now, could we rush them? Yes, we could absolutely rush them. Let's go for that right there. We're chilling. Do that. We could go for a rush right here, right? We could go for BFBs, UMGs and stuff. But Spike Factory is actually really good, and Ninja's really nice. All right, Ninja with the sticky bomb stuff, it's really good, but it starts to struggle late game. All right, like Ace, all these towers are really good, but they don't defend BAD super well, you know. And so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take it late game here, because we're gonna shred through BADs until at least until around round 36, 37, according to YouTuber named Wide Gaming 2 Top in my chat. I don't know. I gotta like credit people, right? It feels so weird, like just like saying things as if I discovered them. Whereas by the way, none of this things that I'm doing, I've discovered. All right, I really was just watching pro players' YouTube channels and just talking to my chat and just figure things out and stuff, you know, and just from practicing over time and stuff. I'm really not the best at this strategy yet, right? I want to get good at it though, you know, because I've probably made mistakes at this point. But the thing is, the strategy is so lenient that you don't really need to play it that well. You really don't. Like look at this right here. All right, we have probably $60,000 in druids right here. All right, now if they did rush us with BFBs and oh wait, we haven't been ecoing. You got to eco. Now with this strategy, if you're not going that far late game, if you're not going late game at all, you know, if your opponent has farms or something that like you don't think they're going late game, I would stop ecoing once yellows disappear, maybe like round 20 or so, you know. You can start doing whites or something round 22. You have to kind of decide, but round 24, 25 is kind of the sweet spot, right? So we're gonna eco until, I don't think this is going super late game, but it'll go medium late game here, because this guy's been playing very passive. I don't think they're rushing us anytime soon here. So we're just gonna continue druid farming here, and we're gonna eco all the way until round 25. We're gonna wait all the way to around 25 here, and then we are gonna go for a reactor up here. And something you really have to watch out for the strategy here is that this reactor right here, sometimes you only go for this 300 and then you forget about it, right? But to decamwise druids, DDTs, you need to go for this with the middle path here. So we're gonna go for this right in the front here, make sure we're good against camos, play it safe. And at this point, we gotta play it. We should probably play it safe. All right. We kind of have this game in the bag and stuff because we have so much money here. We're gonna start running out of druid space actually, which is really interesting. But we're just gonna keep getting up druid farms here, get up as much money as possible. And this is why Dino Graveyard is like so ridiculously good, because there's so much room on that map. But also Spear of the Force. Spear of the Force does give a lot of money and stuff, but you don't want to get it up because then it'll buff your life count. And the more you buff your life count, the less damage these druids do, which is not good. You want these two druids. These two druids are integral to your defense, because you're actually not going to round 40 by any means and stuff. You're gonna take down your opponent before this round. And you definitely have the money to do it here. So we're starting to struggle a little bit here. I'm gonna go fill up this part a little bit. I don't know if I could have placed these a little bit better and stuff. And you can use hotkeys too if you want to try and place things down a little bit easier or better. We're gonna keep doing this. By spamming 2 is super important right now. See, I've been spamming 2 the entire time. It kind of cramps up your hand a little bit, but it's worth it. It's worth it, you know. And they say video games is not a sport. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's go like this. So now we need to make sure we have pop list around everything. And I actually might sell some of these farms just to make sure we have pop list around everything. So let's go here. Boom, boom, boom. Pop list. And we can go for the middle path just to like really seal the deal here. So we're going for middle path. Boom, boom. We have no more room for farms really. Like we really don't. Like if we can fit any more in, I'm sure we can fit in a few if we tried a little bit more. But for now, let's just focus on the defense at this point, right? We have so much stuff. So we can't forget, this is our Avatar of Wrath right here. So this is this. We're gonna go over here, and we could just get up Avatar of Wrath here. Now, if they send us a DDTs on round 26, I kind of forgot about DDTs, but basically all we have to do is suck them up with the trees. Now, if they do send more, and then the trees fill up, because the trees can only suck up 2 DDTs. You have to get up something else, all right? And the best thing to do is probably Icicle Impale. Icicle is really nice. We have so much money at this point. Let's go for a Superstorm, you know? We have so much money. And what's great is we don't have to sell our farms or anything. And I've been ecoing a lot. I meant to stop ecoing sooner, but since we ran out of money at this point, I think ecoing is okay a little bit. So we'll stop ecoing round 28. You basically want to eco like 2 minutes before the game is up. So I think because this game is going past round 30, I think it'll be okay that we ecoed over ecoed a little bit. But normally you do want to stop your eco around 24 or 25, especially if you're on a map that's like, unless you're clearly not going late game and stuff. And whenever you see something like Tack Farm or something, the odds are it doesn't go late game and stuff. You really got to play the game. You can't just play it formulaically, even though I said you could earlier. But now we compare, this thing right here is going to be our Icicle Impale. So let's just go for Icicles right here, just get that up if we need to. We have Superstorm right now, and Superstorm will defend everything underneath the BAD, right? So we're chilling. Avatar of Wrath defends BADs, and that's basically all we need at this point. We do, maybe I should sell this one. We got 4. Okay, so let's sell you. We gotta watch it. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go for you. We want to get to middle path, our top path ice tower. So I'm actually gonna sell you, and we're gonna put it right here. I don't know if this is the best spot. Or actually, let's go put it in the middle. Let's go put it in the middle right here. So we're kind of reorganizing things. I'm still trying to figure things out a little bit. We can fit more right there. Yes, we can. Can we put ice tower in the middle? Yes, we can. Perfect. And this is where a Super Brittle is gonna go. Super Brittle is gonna weaken all mobs on screen, everything it touches on the spot, and it's right next to our Superstorm and Avatar of Wrath, which is absolutely perfect. We're gonna go for these. We need to make sure there's 5 pop lusts around every single thing. We accidentally went for the middle path. You don't need Heart of Oak anymore. So now normally you'd rush. Normally in every scenario you'd rush, but I don't want to set a rush and it doesn't work here. So I know that we solidify our win even more if we take it late game. Actually, we should have gone for Energizer. I made a huge mistake. We should have gone for Energizer because Energizer, it makes it so you get like 20% off. I don't know. Let's go here. You can't see it, but basically you get 20% off. Let's go for this as well to make sure we decamos DDTs right as they come out. Because remember, BADs pop open and they have uncamo DDTs inside. But Energizer is super important because look at our abilities. They're 20% off now. I don't know how much it is, but it makes universal cooldowns are much like faster now. So we're gonna get a lot more money because of that. Now on top of that, we could go for more here. Let's see. We could go for Icicle Impale. We have so much money. I'm gonna start ecoing again. We actually should have we could eco a little bit more here. It looks like we're really going late game here, but we want to solidify the win here. We're not just trying to like take it late game necessarily, because we will lose if we go to around 40 and stuff, right? The strategy will get overwhelmed. Those things are really, really, really powerful. So let's try and see if we can fit in anything else. We got ice towers. Ice tower, what we can do is we can go for middle path now and absolute 0, and we want to go top path here because top path makes sure it can hit. It makes sure that ensures that it can hit DDTs, which is really important here. Another few things we can do is we can start to sell some of our druid farms here. Druid farms are really good, but we have so much money right now it doesn't even matter. So let's go for 5,000 eco here, and then we're gonna stop because we want to prepare for our rush here. So we're gonna do this, and we're gonna go for a nice one of these embrittlements right here. So Liz, it makes Moab's hits becomes brittle, taking extra damage for a short time. So we want to have that right there to help deal damage and stuff. We didn't have to sell all those druids, did we? We could go for the Spirit of the Force and not use ability, because Spirit of the Force does deal damage. Let me think. I want to continue using the ability though. We'll get up Spirit. Tell you what, we'll get up Spirit of the Forest. We will get up Spirit of the Forest. We just won't use it. And then this stride. This is so crazy. Look how much money we have. Look how much money we have. It's so broken. It's so ridiculously broken. It's so good. We love this. And then right here for the druid, we don't really need anything else. We have tier 5s for everything. We can go for like preemptive strike or something, but like honestly, we don't even need that. Like it doesn't, preemptive strike isn't crazy. We can go for, let's just go for the tier 5s, huh? Let's have all the tier 5s for everything. That's kind of fun. There we go. Now all these tier 5s right here. We need to build up money though, because sending Xeon for BADs does drain our money and stuff. It does drain our money a ton here. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go for you. We'll go top path. And then we have the vines going. And now it's farm 34. Let's start a rush. Let's start rushing here. So let's go for this. And now we're going to sell all our farms. We don't need to sell them. But I want to showcase how much money is stored up here. Because even though we don't have a lot of money right now, or we didn't have a crazy amount of money, now we sell all our farms. Boom. All right, this is why we went up to eco and stuff, because we have just an extra $1 billion in storage right here. So we're gonna do this. We're not gonna use our thing because we don't want to build. We don't want Spear of the Force to activate and give us more lives here. So we're gonna just set. Let's just full send, just full on BADs right here. Look how tanky these things are. They're very, very tanky. I hope this guy counter rushes, but they might not. They are defending though. Look how powerful the strat is and stuff, and that's why it is good to wait a little bit, because if we did it around 30, they might have actually defended. It's good just to solidify the win. We have 1,000 eco left here. Not a lot of money here. We can set a BAD in the back right there, but we're kind of chilling at this point. And if we really need to send more, we can sell this sub 20,000 stuff. We don't need preemptive strike. We have like $50,000 in assets right there. And if they sent us anything, we would have defended, shredded, without boost, no problems asked and stuff. You know, I wish they did rush us, but they didn't right there. But that is a showcase of the best strategy in BTD Battles 2 update 1.1.1 right now. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to like, subscribe, and be sure to brush your teeth.